MSB here, and it's time for another budget deck breakdown. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Paladin class. So, of course, with all my budget decks, they only have a maximum of 2 rares, and that's to ensure that a new person to Hearthstone is able to create these decks and still have a decent chance of completing their dailies fast and of beating decks that have lots of rares and legendaries as well. So, okay. We're going to go ahead and start with the premise that the Paladin's hero power is very useful, being able to summon a 1/1 Silverhand recruit, so you want to take cards that can sort of build off of that natural troop generation. So we're going to take 2 Blessing of Wisdoms, 2 Noble Sacrifices, 2 Equalities, and Equality is the rare in this deck. Equality is a fantastic card for a budget deck because it equalizes the playing field. Basically, at this point, regardless of whether they bring out a Ragnaros or a Ysera, when you use Equality, your 1/1 hero power can kill. And that's why it's a fantastic rare and the one that I chose for this deck. So moving on, we've got 2 Argent Protectors, 2 Truesilver Champions, nope, a little bit too far, 2 Blessing of Kings, 2 Consecrates, 2 Hammer of Wraths, 2 Guardian of Kings, and then we move on to the neutral cards. So 2 Argent Squires, and we've got 1 Acidic Swamp Ooze, 1 Ironbeak Owl, 2 Faerie Dragons, and where are they? Then we've got 2 Raging Worgens, which has amazing synergy with the Blessing of Kings, 2 Shattered Sun Clerics, because these can also buff up your hero power to kill off any sort of 2-drops, and sometimes even a 3-drop, depending. And then last but not least, we've got our buddy, the Venture Mercenary, which is a fantastic 5-drop. Excellent. So, now the deck's ready. Let's go ahead and take it for a spin. Here we go. Do it. So, the budget Paladin deck is mostly about using your early game cards, your 1/1s, your recruits, the Argent Protectors, Shattered Sun Cleric, just the early game stuff to maintain something on the board. Mid-game, you try for board wipe with an Equality to Consecrate, which is ridiculously good, and then try and push the advantage late game. Using spells like Hammer of Wrath, your Truesilver Champion, things like that. Okay, I want to keep my Acidic Swamp Ooze. I do also want to keep my Consecration, just in case I don't get anything good out. Okay, that's solid. Slow, but solid. Ooh, that's a little bit less slow. Because turn 2, I will Faerie Dragon, unless he coins to something. Okay, so now I will definitely not use it. Okay, so I will just bring out a 1/1. I don't care if I take 2, that's fine. He may turn 3 Truesilver Champion with this. Oh, no, okay. Yes, Shattered Sun Cleric. Okay. I don't mind. Okay, go on straight for me. That's cool. That's cool, because obviously all I want to do is prep for a Consecrate. So, what we will do is Divine Shield this, because like I said, I just want to set up for a Consecrate. I'm going to end up taking a decent chunk of damage to this deck. You know, because he's rushing. So it's fine. Okay. Yep, so since I've got both of my Consecrations in hand, I'll easily Consecrate. This is probably a Noble Sacrifice. If it isn't, I'll be disappointed. If it's one of those, I hate that. It's such a, Redemption is such a terrible card. I absolutely hate it. Because that's what ends up happening. It's some hunter traps like Freezing Trap are difficult to work around, or mage secrets can be very difficult to work around. Oh, please use your Hammer of Wrath on me. Thank you very much. So there are some traps that are really difficult to work around, but oh my gosh, that is not one of them. That one's like, there are so many things that can just easily exploit that. And then it's like, why did you put that card in your deck? Someone's like, but when Ragnaros, yes. When Ragnaros, yes, it's terrible.
Not on
Okay, that's fine. I'm going to Truesilver Champion. This is another sort of situation where you want, to bait out more cards from his side.
Reporting for duty.
And I'm fine if he Blessing of Kings is this, to be honest, because then I just look to Equality or Hammer of Wrath it. And I've got Guardian Kings in hand to sort of cover that. Okay. Yep. Go ahead and hit me for 6. It's fine. Okay, so either I do 3, 4, what am I at, 7? Okay, we will go ahead and trust that he doesn't have anything else good.
The light protects you.
Or at least something that I can't handle with my Hammer of Wrath. And we want him to like use his Truesilver Champion right now, thinking that he could get me below 10 with it. That'd be great. It's like I'm psychic.
X marks the spot.
X marks the spot. Yeah, dude. Do it. Hit my 1/1. Oh, so powerful. Wham. Whatever. Yep. So now we will also Noble Sacrifice. Kill that off. Draw a card. We'll just see what we get. Okay. And then we will Noble Sacrifice in case he has an Argent Crusader. Because that would be pretty disgusting right now if he Argent Crusader to attack my Acidic Swamp Ooze. Notice I do not play Redemption. Noble Sacrifice. Fantastic. Great card. Okay. Nah. Bound to happen. There's nothing there that I could have sacrificed elsewise. Okay. We won't Blessing of Wisdom just yet, but we will swing off and kill this. Now I've got a very powerful troop on the board. I do not want him to use my trick to Equality Consecrate. So we'll be looking to Blessing of Wisdom, if at all possible, this turn. It'd be great if I drew my Blessing of Kings. I love it. Okay. Okay. 3, 7, 8. Okay, so we're gonna hand puke here. So we are going to Hammer of Wrath. Good. That's a great card to have against Paladin. The question is, do I want to do that yet? Yeah. We wanna take a commanding board lead. And we are not going to Blessing of Wisdom yet because we've set up the board for a very strong reprisal. You know, Quality to Consecrate. So we want to see what he has to play. Lay on Hands. Legit. So we want to see what he has to play. That's a very odd play. Okay. So now we will definitely use Blessing of Kings. And swing in. Ooh, and a Raging Worgen too. And yes, definitely give him that. And now, as you can tell, we're in late game, and we're creating a massive board position. And we've set ourselves up so that way a Consecrate doesn't hurt. Obviously, a Quality to Consecrate would be devastating, but it's either that or I win. You know. So,
reporting for duty.
And it's looking like win.
We must cleanse the sun well.
Excellent. Well played. Yeah, you go ahead. It's fine. It always interests me when yeah, and that's the other thing. Don't start messing around and throwing out like lots of other stuff. It's so annoying when people doing that. Unless you're completing a quest. Okay, so there's the condition. If you're completing a quest, then fine, throw other stuff out, I understand. Otherwise, don't do it. So, yeah, that perfect example right there. We had the, just attempting to keep a mid-game presence. We wiped the board with Equality to Consecrate when it looked like he wasn't going to be able to bring anything else out. And then from there, it was just sort of set up this progressive, overwhelming offense, where we just keep trucking along with more and more creatures, and then eventually just went out. So, when you equality to consecration, oh, unbelievable. Regardless of what they have out, it's just all dead. Really, really good stuff when you get that combo going. And it feels great when you like nail a Ragnaros with that. Oh, so good. Okay, double noble sacrifice. A lot of sacrificing going on. Okay, so going first, I gotta ditch the Ironbeak Owl. I'm gonna ditch all of these because noble sacrifices you normally want to use about mid game to weaken one of their troops. Yeah. We'll see what we pull for our first card.
Well met.
Well, my second 7 cost, great, perfect. All good. Well, if he throws out an early game, shoot. Like I said, I was hoping he'd throw out an early game Northshire Cleric, and then I would have just Blessing of Wisdom dead. Hopefully he doesn't. Shadowward Pain? Oh well. Fine. We are going to
Reporting for duty.
throw that out. We don't want to use the Noble Sacrifice up just yet, especially because turn 4 we could always Shattered Sun Cleric to Noble Sacrifice. Oh, this is going to be a great trade. Yeah, I'll take that.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
Kill that off, and then we will Noble Sacrifice. You want to save the Blessing of Wisdom for something that'll actually survive a turn or two. You don't want to just do that unnecessarily. Okay. Children Yeti. Okay. So now we will Blessing of Wisdom.
Push forward.
And strike in. And he's coming up to turn 5, so we don't want to lay down the Faerie Dragon because Holy Nova would just completely negate it if I did Faerie Dragon and Reinforce. Just wouldn't have been good. And here he'll probably heal up the Yeti again, which is fine, because then he only can bring out a 3 cost troop, which I'm happy with. And I'll get another card off of this at least. So what would be good? Blessing of Kings is fantastic on a Worgen. It's so dangerous. Because you get that second attack in the turn you cast it. You just swing in and kill something, and then swing in again and do some big damage. And then if you can follow that up with, say, like a... Do a 6. Oh! Okay. I'm fine with that, actually. Okay, so turn 5. What do we want to do here? 6 mana. I am inclined to throw out a Venture Co. Mercenary. I want to keep the pressure on. I don't care what he plays. Ooh. Okay, no. I am going to wait on that. Throw this out, and I will trade these off. That way he has to do more with his Yeti if he wants to kill off a Venture Co. Mercenary. I mean, obviously he may have a Shadow Word Death, and then my Guardian of Kings would have eaten it then. That's one of the greatest parts about the Venture Co. Mercenary. Is he just going to kill off my Sun Cleric? I'd be fine with that, because then I could just Hammer of Wrath his Yeti. I'd be perfectly fine with that. Oh, no, okay. So he's trading across the board, which is fine, because now I get the first turn. Yep. So I am more than happy to throw out something. Unfortunately, I don't have a lot of good options here. I would have loved to have another Venture Co. Mercenary, and this is really preemptive because I haven't taken any damage. I mean, it's not like I'm gonna. Priests are very slow most of the time, so you don't really have to work Knife Juggler. Who cares? I mean, you can do a couple of points of damage to this, but okay. And obviously, equality just completely destroys Gurubashi Berserkers. So what am I interested in doing here? He's already used a Holy Nova, so I'm inclined to throw out a Faerie Dragon. I can't let him keep the Knife Juggler around. That's sort of obvious.
I wonder.
I'm going to... Let's Hammer of Wrath. Here's a Knife Juggler. Get rid of that. Okay, great. Now we got the other piece of the puzzle. So, then this is pretty easy. Reinforce.
Reporting for duty.
Strike in. Obviously, if he had another Holy Nova here, that would really stink, but... Oh well. Because now I've got basically the means to drop anything. Okay, so this is the combo. But are you gonna seriously? You can't smite him. No, you can't smite him. Go ahead, please use your second smite. I would love that. That's fine. I hope he brings out more, because I really want an equality next turn. Okay, fine. Oh, it's so scary. Yeah, I don't care. And now we've got double Consecration. It's pretty crazy. Okay, so here's what we're going to do.
Not quite what was planned.
Yeah, I bet. So... Yep, we're gonna do it. 1, 2, and swing in for 5. And then if he mind controls this, I don't care. That's the other greatest part about equality, is it makes your troops
Well played.
really really not desirable to be mind controlled, because then I could just use my Argent Squire and kill it. Okay, so what you gonna throw?
Join
Cult Master, okay.
or both.
And a Direwolf Alpha, okay. It's fine. I'll consecrate again, because it's likely that nothing I use from this point forward will be good enough to warrant using that again. 5. And here's what I want to do. I want to throw out my other Ventrico Mercenary, because I want him to use up his mind control.
Well played. You have
Nope. Or he doesn't have one. Because then what I could have done is 7, 8, 9, 10 damage, and if I had drawn something like a like another, oh no, not another Hammer of Wrath, but if I had drawn like one of my Truesilver Champions, then he would have used up all of his mana to pull the Ventrico Mercenary, heal himself. I would have Hammer of Wrath struck in for 7, so he would be at 1, and either I would draw a card that would kill him, or the next turn all he could do is, you know, kill off one of my guys with the Ventrico Mercenary, and I wouldn't care. So a lot of it is just that, you know, straightforward, place down troops that don't look like much in of themselves, but then maintain the board position, use equality effectively as soon as they have out a good board presence, wipe their board, and then just keep striking in and doing damage using your Hammer of Wraths and Blessing of Kings to finish them off. Excellent. So, as you can tell, the Paladin budget deck is very good at leveling the playing field, and can really help you beat other people who have a lot more time invested and who have a lot higher card quality, just by its sort of natural usage of the Divine Shields and Equalities. It's really good to be able to take out a deck like that and to be able to complete your dailies and finish off people who have, you know, legendaries and rares and epics. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, please take the time to subscribe. And, as always, I'm MSB, wishing you good games and good times.